Hello and welcome back. Now, today I'd like to talk to you about a subject that was triggered last week by me being terribly ill. It just came out of the blue and it coincided with the 12-12 gateway influx that I'd been hearing all about. I'd been watching videos, other YouTubers that I follow, energy mentors, and they were all talking about this very powerful 12-12 energy gate that was coming up, and how it was bringing in energies that were going to allow us to release negativity and old baggage from our lives, preparing us for a very powerful and dynamic year when it comes in 2020. I accepted all that, and I was, interested to learn more. And then just on the eve of 12-12, I started to feel seriously ill, and I ended up coming down with a really heavy cold. It wasn't quite flu, but it floored me. It just drained my energy, and I was in a real mess. And it made it very difficult for me over the following days to do all the stuff. I had quite a laundry list of things to get done preparing for Christmas, before my children were going to break up from school, which in fact is later today. So I came down with this really nasty cold, and it totally made it impossible for me to do anything else. But I recognise, because of things I've learned about before, that a cold isn't just a cold. A cold is in fact a symptom of energetic dissonance. So and the more ill you are with these types of minor ailments, it's linked to how your energy is not in alignment with the surrounding energy around you. My very good friend and mentor, energy mentor, taught me that, as we're very strongly attuned to the planets in our solar system, and that there are energy coming from even the furthest away planets is actually impacting the earth and impacting us as residents of the earth. It alters now. Because of the way that the system works here, the earth is constantly revolving, and we are shifting it's minor, it's very minor, but as the earth moves, then the solar system alters in the sky. So you see that on a daily basis with the sun and the moon, shifting around in the cycles of the moon and all of that, and we get ever so slightly out of alignment. And my friend taught me that about 4 times a year, everyone will come down with a sort of minor cold or other similar ailment. And this is while their body adjusts to the new alignment that they're in with the planets. So it's kind of inevitable that each year we'll get 3 or 4 colds, and whenever that strikes me, I remember her words and say, well, this is me getting brought back into alignment with the energy wavelengths and things that are coming from our solar system and the further afield planets. Now, this is multiplied hugely at the moment because of the planets raising its vibration, and we're receiving much more potent energy than we ever had before, and it's requiring us to raise our own vibrations to get in tune with these new energy levels, and it's quite a task for a lot of us because we're living in a very 3D manner a lot of the time, and we really need to shift our actions, our behaviours, our thoughts, our physicality into a more 5D framework, so that we will be in harmony with these very powerful energies that are coming through. the reason I wanted to make the video was that, you know, after I came out the other side of that very heavy cold that arrived on the eve of the 12/12 influx of energy, I felt $1 million. I felt better, more energized, more alert, had more clarity. I was just walking on air as the residual symptoms left. I realised I had a tune-up. I'd had an energetic tune-up. It was like my life had been put on hold. These physical symptoms were dominating my mind. They were keeping me busy. But underneath the surface, my energetics were being altered. And it has brought with it just a lot more clarity and vision and passion. And focus about, you know, what we're stepping into and what's ahead, you know, next for me in my journey. And I just wanted to make you aware that when you do get struck down by a cold or a virus or some sort of niggling thing, it's a bit of a clue to you that your energies are maybe not quite fully in alignment, or have slipped or dipped in some way, and it's just you're bumping up against these higher energies around you, and what to do about them. You might notice this with symptoms like fatigue, or fatigue is a big one actually. Just being wiped out is a very common symptom of having an energy upgrade. You know, our spirit helpers and universal helpers, they just, it's like a lion putting a big paw on you and saying, just stay there a minute, and they work on you. And obviously our conscious mind is oblivious to all of this and just feels very sorry for ourselves, but really you're getting a good tune up and being empowered to do more magnificent things along the line. You might also find you fall into a kind of low mood, depression, possibly linked to fatigue, headaches, colds, viruses, or other lurgies, as I would call them, sort of descend upon you. They're always very short term. If you have a long term condition, it is not an energetic tune up. But if you find that your symptoms come and go within a few days, then it's highly likely that you're just being adjusted, you know, that just getting back into tune with the universe and the way the energies are flowing, coming and going all around you. Or you might be getting upgraded, you know, like your car going in for an MOT and they have to take bits out and clean them up and put them back in again, dust them down so that the car works at its optimum performance. So try and not be, you know, try and see things in a different way if you get struck down with anything. So there's energy streaming in from all the universe around about us, further than we can imagine, and we have to maintain our resonance to this energy to function properly in the world. All the planets are emitting different types of energy for different purposes. That's how we get all our astrology. You know, when you have, I don't know, Mars is in Gemini and all that type of thing. It's these energies are affecting us all in different ways. So when you're born, you know, you come through the solar system onto the earth, and as you do, you pick up characteristics and traits due to the energies that are dominant around you. So I don't know, I'm not an expert on astrology, but I know that there are certain characteristics that are very helpful, and, you know, in different fields, what our chosen fields are. So be aware of that these planets are all out there, and we just think of them as, you know, like stars in the sky or something. We don't really think about them much at all in the main, but actually they're living, breathing, vibrant, active features of our lives, and they are impacting us on a day-to-day basis in ways we can't imagine. So we've got lunar energy, solar energy. There's a grid around the earth which is being tuned up, has been for many years now. It's just been increased in its vibrancy and potency, and we're all connected to that, and we're all subtly having our energies raised. We've got these DNA strands that have been upgraded in us all. That affects you physically in a big way. But the new improved DNA works better with the energy system. Cat's on the table, sorry. She's so nosy, she's going to sit in my notes. Get off. Get off. Right. So there's all these new ones we're getting recently to work with the new DNA and send down different types of streams of energy. Go down. Like the Lion's Gate and the 1212, and you'll be finding all these big spikes. It seems like every month there's something new coming along where there's another big blast of energy coming out, and there's a lot of light workers on the planet, very evolved souls, who are much more aware than many of us are about the workings of all these energy tune-ups, and they're out there doing amazing things and linking their energy and grounding down this energy into the earth. So if you feel off for a few days, it's likely an energy tweak you're receiving, and you might find that afterwards you just, situations in your life might resolve, or conditions you've been dealing with for a while might just disappear. It will impact you in some way that you will notice if you look for it. The best way you can help when you're getting this energy tweaking done to you is to rest, to look to your nutrition and try and eat foods that are healthy and nourishing for you, and drink pure water. Look to your energy hygiene, so don't be draining yourself, pushing yourself beyond your limits, or trying to maintain some sort of social activity where you're really not up to it. So just hermit yourself a little bit, take very good care of yourself during these times. Look at your breath and all that type of thing, and focus. If you have to focus on anything, focus on joy. Just find things that make you joyful, that recharge you, music that you like, movies that you enjoy, books that you enjoy, little home comforts that make you happy, and these things will all help you speed through your energy tune-ups. I have noticed today, yesterday I was completely fine, but today I have slight throat issues, and I think maybe the energy was affecting my throat, which is obviously your communication and all these things I'm involved with at the moment are all about spreading the word and passing on learnings and teachings to people. So it would make sense to me to have my throat chakra tuned up in a way that I could channel the highest possible energy for you all. It's very interesting to me, and I'm really curious to see how it works out. So if you notice a shift in your physical body, ask yourself, could this be an energetic tune-up I'm receiving? You will intuitively get a bit of feedback on that if you do ask yourself that. My cat's climbing up the back of the chair, so we might get her in shot today. Where you go. You might be getting a lovely energetic tune-up, and I'm hoping that this video will help change your perception of what's happening, make it a wee bit easier for you. Whenever I get laid low, I see it as an opportunity to analyse what that might be. Is it an energetic tune-up? Is it a clue from my body that something's not quite in balance in my life? Is it telling me something? Your body's this wonderful feedback engine, so it is giving you some good information there. So that was really just it. I wanted you to regard things in a different way, to let you know that there is this these energetic shifts that take place in the world on a regular basis. I'd say much more frequently and much more powerfully in recent months, and into 2020 I think it's going to be even more so, and they will affect you in a minor way physically, and just to try and ride it out and support yourself during these times, but understand that changes are being made to your physicality. in order that you can work with the new energies that are available to you, and it will unlock within you abilities that you have been dormant, and you might find that you're more sensitive, that you're more aware, you're more awake, you're more open. I'm going to be doing a video shortly about creativity. It might spark a kind of, aspects of yourself which have been dormant may start to wake up. It's no coincidence. These shifts that are coming in the energy, affecting your physicality, tuning up your spiritual and energetic bodies, and allowing you to access abilities and gifts within yourself which may have been dormant up to this key point. It's like the universe is striking a tuning fork and sending it out, and anyone involved in the light worker movement are being called, hailed now, and given the tools through these tune-ups to do their job. So I think it's going to be very, very interesting 2020. I have super powerful intuition about it that it's going to be awesome, even though all evidence to the contrary in the real world around is. In a spiritual sense, my feeling is very positive. Things are speeding up, big shifts are happening all the time. I think it may come in a choppy fashion, but I think 2020 is going to be very powerful and going to be very liberating to a lot of people. It's going to open up new avenues in much the same way. It doesn't sound very promising, but like in an earthquake, sometimes you see the teutonic plates, those plates shifting, and a big chasm opening up, and stuff bubbling up, and things are changing at that kind of level on the earth at the moment in an energetic sense. Things are shifting very dramatically, and stuff is falling away that doesn't resonate, and stuff is sometimes mountains can rise during these earthquakes. Things can fall away and mountains can rise and islands can sink, and that's the kind of energy that's about in a spiritual sense. In a personal level, for people, you think your life is stuck. It's not going to be stuck. It just won't be stuck. Things will be shifting like that, and at the end, when the dust settles, your life will be changed, and changed for the better. And you'll look back and you'll think, golly, what the hang happened there? But you'll be happy it's happened, and you just need to gear yourself up for it now. But I do think dramatic things are going to happen next year, and I'm excited to see what they are. I want to wish you all the very, very best. I send you so many blessings and love for 2020 and for the holiday season. I just so full of warmth and love for you all, and I wish you all the very best. And I will speak to you again very, very soon. Take care.